Hello everyone, this is going to be an example on how to conduct a two-sample t-interval for difference in means. So here's a situation. Do credit cards with no annual fee charge a higher interest rate than cards that have annual fees? Among 29 cards surveyed, 17 had no annual fees, while 12 charged an annual fee. Among the cards with no annual fee, the average interest rate was 19% with a standard deviation of 8. And among cards with an annual fee, the average interest rate was 17 with a standard deviation of 3. Construct a 95% interval for the difference in the average interest rates. Alright, so since we're doing an interval, we're going to use the Panic rules. So I'm going to start by listing what we know. So we know that N1, so the first sample, had 17 with an X bar of 19% and a standard deviation S1 of 8. No annual fees. 17 cards had no annual fees with an average interest rate, so on. So N2 then had 12. X bar 2 was equal to 17, and S2 was equal to 3. And we would write sample 1 was cards with no annual fee. Sample 2 was cards with an annual fee. Right, just so that whoever's grading it will know that which one's which. When we say X1 and X2, we know which one's which. Our assumptions. Well, first we must assume data comes from two independent SRSs. Alright, we have 29 cards surveyed, which is close to 30, but we have 2 of 17 and 12. So basically, with a small sample size, normality cannot be assumed. So I will proceed with caution. And sigmas are unknown. Alright, so these are our 4 criteria. And then we need to name what we're doing. We are going to conduct a 2-sample t-interval for the difference in means. Alright, and now we're going to actually calculate our interval. So we're going to use the formula. Subtract the 2 X bars, plus or minus. Now, I don't know my t-star value yet, so I'm going to leave a blank there. I'm going to come back and fill that in just a minute. So first, I'm going to go ahead and take care of my standard deviation. So I have 8 squared divided by 17 plus 3 squared divided by 12. Now, I'm going to go and figure out what my degree of freedom is. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to the calculator, and I'm going to go to tests, and I'm going to do I'm going to go down, and do a 2-sample, where'd it go? 2-sample t interval. I went too far. Make sure I go to 2-sample t interval. I have all the statistics put in, so here's my first sample, and then there's my second sample. And so I'm going to go down. I want a 95%, no pooling, and go ahead and calculate that. Alright, so then it gives me the sample. So it's from negative 2.41 up to 6.41. Okay, and I want to write down the degree of freedom. So the calculator has provided me with a degree of freedom of 21.8. From here, I'm going to go to the pink booklet. Here's the pink booklet. I want a 95% confidence interval. So here's my 95% confidence interval right there. I had a degree of freedom of 21.8. Remember, we always round down. So I can't use 22. I'm going to use 21. So here's my t-star value, 2.080. So 2.080. And I'll go back over here. And I'll go ahead and write that in, 2.08. And then there's my confidence interval. And so then the only thing left to do is to write my conjecture. And I would say we are 95% confident that the true difference in mean interest rates is between negative 2.41 and 6.41%. And we did, let's see, what order did we do them in? We did cards with an annual fee minus cards without. So annual fee minus, is that right? Is that what we did? The first one were cards with no annual fee. So actually we did no annual fee minus annual fee. You want to make sure you tell what the order you did that in. And that's it. So hopefully that helped clarify some things, and I will see you in class next time.